If you remember, not too long ago, Amber Heard was caught, quote unquote, at TJ Maxx shopping. Now, we know it was staged. That came out real quick. It looked obvious. What I didn't realize was that TJ Maxx might have been in on it and they might have thought it would benefit them. I mean, there's a double edged sword here. Some people who are watching, who know what's up, will not shop at TJ Maxx because they saw Amber there, especially if they know that TJ Maxx might even have been connected. However, now there's so many general population people with their eyes on Amber that not all of them are so hardcore about it, and for TJ Maxx, that just ends up being an advertisement. This is from Radar. It's called Sensational Evidence Suggests Amber Heard staged photos shopping at TJ Maxx. Could she have sold them herself? And by the way, Radar is pro Johnny. Let's see what they got. It seems Amber Heard can't go anywhere in the Hamptons without being photographed, or so the Aquaman star would have you believe. Supposed sneaky shoppers snapped a series of photos over the last week that show Heard, the ex-wife of Johnny Depp, slumming it at bargain store TJ Maxx and after later stocking up on supplies at a grocery store. And by the way, the grocery store was not named. So I did not think of that at first. Like, why is everyone throwing TJ Maxx, TJ Maxx, TJ Maxx out there? Probably what they wanted. If everyone just said found at a clothing store, seen at a clothing store, that would be better. But the publication of the curiously candid images has led some in the celebrity photo industry to claim they're actually phony, Radar has learned. According to multiple sources from inside the cutthroat paparazzi business, the images appear to be staged, prompting speculation Heard is behind the leak in a bid to win sympathy after losing an $8 million judgment to Depp for defamation. There's a telltale sign on both sets of images that to me seemingly raise more questions than provide headlines, said one source. If these images were taken by a paparazzo, the paparazzo or the paparazzo's employer would be desperate to have their byline attached to the sets to get additional sales from media outlets. Yeah, good point. Here, both sets of Heard don't have the bylines. That tells me that the images were either sold directly to the media outlet by a source who does not want to be identified, or they were handouts. For example, they were given to media for free use of charge. Yes, what a great thing to say. So basically, if somebody snapped those shots, they would want credit. When you read an article, you see Getty Images or courtesy of whoever, and they get credit. So if someone took this, they found Amber randomly, by chance, they would attach their names to those photos. So they could have at least had like a fake name there to make it look more real. But Radar here has a good point. The snitch added, these beg the question who took the photos and why did they not want their name as a byline? I mean, yeah, I keep saying over and over, this case, Amber and Johnny have attracted billions of views over the last few months. Anyone who caught Amber spontaneously, naturally, would definitely want their name attached. Trust me, having a name attached to something this big is a great thing you don't want to pass up, especially if you've got the rare chance at something exclusive. The second source said the Hamptons might be the playground of New York's rich and famous, but it's hardly like a Hollywood red carpet. The place is not overrun by paparazzi. Another good point. It doesn't make sense that Amber would have been photographed twice in as many days when A-list stars like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Gwyneth Paltrow, J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, all who live out there, are barely ever cited. I will say, to be fair, Amber is in the news right now, like full force, billions of views, and Jay-Z, Beyonce, Gwyneth Paltrow, and J-Lo, while very big stars, are not really making headlines right now like 24/7, to be fair. However, if someone was there trying to sneak pictures, they'd probably be looking for all these targets. So, alright, it's a fair point, just not a great knockdown point. The insider added, if we were to place a bet, I bet these images were not independently shot by a photographer, and nor did Amber just happen to be caught out at a discount department store and buying inexpensive groceries. They're staged, which means she or someone else is cashing in on her infamy. But I mean, that person would kinda have to be connected to her, because like they just said, if they weren't connected to her and in on it, they'd want their name on it. This isn't the first time Heard has come under fire over claims she was a source to the media. In the Fairfax, Virginia trial, the actress was asked how TMZ and a sea of paparazzi knew the location and time when she filed a temporary restraining order against Depp in 2016. And here's what was said in court. Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday that when you left the courthouse after obtaining the domestic violence restraining order against Mr. Depp, you walked out to a sea of paparazzi and cameras, right? Depp's attorney, Camille Vasquez, asked. That's correct, Heard responded. You knew the media was going to be there, didn't you? Camille continued. No, I did not, Heard told the court. I assumed, since it's a public building, there was that possibility, but I was shocked. I don't think so. I think what's going on is we see history repeating itself and Amber calling up paparazzis again. Now, let's not forget, that time mentioned in court was one of many times she called paparazzis. She walked out in Johnny's garage topless, and someone happened to get pictures of that. Wow. All right, she wasn't completely topless, but she had a very, very loose gown on, and when she bended down, there was just absolutely nothing under there. So, I mean, pretty much. Did I say bended down? Yeah, it's 1 a.m. here. The point is, this is not the second time or the third time. This is probably like the 20th time she's done something like this. I think I've got a little video on that, and we don't want to get nauseous, so we're going to skip that for now. And those pictures are old, but trust me, they're out there. I mean, unfortunately, some people have gotten nauseous thinking about it, but we got to cover this stuff. It's important. And what she's doing is calling up paparazzis and faking photos. Let me know what you think down below. Doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. That first heard, pop culture. Let's do a shout out. Been a long time. Shout out to Scott at Sporking News. Good guy, good channel. He's a supporter here. Thank you, Scott. And shout out to Rob's Rules, who liked Kenobi. I hated it, but he's a nice guy too. And also Laura B, who's always supporting. Thank you very much, Laura. And to Jan Price. Thank you so much, Jan. Appreciate it. And if you don't subscribe here, I guess I'll be pretty sad about it, but I'll move on, make a new video, something like that. Rant done for now. See you next time.